Good morning, Gators. Coach Hawk here. Hope you're enjoying some of the high-intensity workouts that I've been putting up so far. But today I want to talk about the other side of conditioning, which is basically aerobic or cardio. It's really important that we establish an aerobic base because it helps with energy production, it helps with burning fat, it helps with recovery from high-intensity bouts of exercise. So if you are an athlete, that will really help you, right? You might be able to go really fast for a few bouts, but if you can recover between those bouts quicker, you can do more bouts of work, okay, and stay in the game longer and outdo your opponent, okay? If you're not an athlete on campus, then it's just a good way to get your heart strong, to get some really good movement in, and to make sure that your metabolic system is functioning properly. So I want to introduce you to a concept called Roadwork 2.0. This is the brainchild of a coach up in the Pacific Northwest named Joel Jamieson, who works with a lot of fighters. And since they work on rounds, he basically conceptualized that instead of going out and running 2 hours or an hour and a half or whatever, he had you do 10 rounds of 3 minutes of shadow boxing, quick runs, maybe on a basketball court, and some jump rope, right? So, and you were just cycling through those things until you accumulated 30 minutes of work. And that, one, is mentally a lot easier to get through, especially if you hate cardio. And two, it introduces you to a lot more movement patterns, and you can pretty much come up with anything as long as you stay within a 130 to 150 heart rate.
Quick interruption just so I can get you a list of all the different exercises, non-exhaustive, so you guys can come up with your own and be creative. But here's a list of some things that you can do to keep your heart rate between 130 and 150 beats per minute while you're trying to do your road work, cardio, aerobic base training.
Right? And so if you don't know how to take your heart rate, you just put it up against your jugular here. Okay, you count 6 seconds or look at your watch, count off 6 seconds, count the amount of beats, and then just multiply it by 10. Or you just want to be at a comfortable pace where you could still talk, but you're kind of at the point where talking is getting harder and harder, okay? So if you get to that point where you can't talk anymore, okay, then your probably heart rate is too high. Okay, if you're easily talking and you're just bubbling on, okay, if you're doing it with a partner or something, then you're probably not working hard enough. Easiest way is probably just to get a heart rate monitor or to use your Apple iWatch if you have one. What I want you guys to do is, if you guys are using the high intensity model, make sure that you are getting maybe a day or two of the low intensity model, so we're working on that aerobic capacity.
Hi Gators, interrupting one more time to give you an example of how you're going to progress this week to week. You're just going to add more minutes per exercise or more rounds to create more total time for the session, and you can just keep going straight on through on that, or you can wave cycle it. If you need me to explain it more specifically, please don't hesitate to send me an email and I will program it out for you so you can just follow along with what I have designed. All right, back to the video.
Especially if you're planning on training hard, coming back in the summer, okay? So if we get these restrictions lifted, we wanna make sure that aerobic base is at least at a level where we can start getting back in the pool, back on the court, back on the field, right, quickly, and we're not puking all over ourselves, okay? So, all right, Gators, till next time, talk to you soon. Bye.